Let me ask you a question. Have you ever stood in the middle of a crowded room and felt completely invisible? Have you ever smiled in the morning, dressed for success, said, "I'm fine" to everyone around you, but deep down, you were dying inside? I have. I know what it's like to fight silent battles. I know what it means to cry in the shower so no one will hear you. I've had nights where I begged God to just take the pain away, even if it meant taking me with it. But I survived. And I'm not just here to talk to you. I'm here to reach into the deepest parts of you that are tired, wounded, confused, and quietly screaming, "I can't do this anymore." I've been there. I made mistakes that almost cost me everything, my future, my mind, and at one point, my life. But the most dangerous thing about those mistakes, no one warned me. No one sat me down and said, "Listen, if you don't deal with this now, it's going to wreck you later." So today, I want to be that voice for someone else, because if I had heard what I'm about to tell you just a few years earlier, I would have saved myself years of heartbreak, self-hate, and delay. So lean in. This is not just another speech. This is a lifeline. They say your gut feeling is God whispering. I say it's Him screaming when you're too blind to see. There was a time I kept surrounding myself with people who looked good, sounded good, acted good, but they were poison in disguise. They took from me, used me, clapped when I was down, and smiled when I was bleeding. And every single time, my spirit knew, but I didn't listen. Why? Because I didn't want to seem paranoid. I didn't want to be too dramatic. I was more afraid of offending people than I was of protecting myself. But let me tell you something I learned the hard way. Some people are not sent to love you. They're sent to test your ability to love yourself. The wrong people won't just waste your time. They'll delay your destiny. If I had cut off some friendships earlier, I'd be years ahead in life, but I was loyal to people who were never loyal to my future. You don't owe loyalty to what's killing you. You owe loyalty to your purpose. Listen to your gut. Protect your peace like your life depends on it, because it does. If there's one thing that almost destroyed me, it was this. I let other people define my worth. I was a grown man, but still a broken boy on the inside, craving validation like oxygen. I needed people to clap before I could believe I was good enough. I needed applause to feel like I had value. So I became everything to everyone and nothing to myself. I said yes when I wanted to scream no. I played small so others wouldn't feel insecure around me. I dimmed my light so no one would feel blinded by it. And guess what? They still left. They still betrayed me. They still judged me. I was bending backwards for people who wouldn't even lean forward for me, until I hit rock bottom. And in that darkness, I learned something I carry with me every day. You will never be enough for people who are not enough for themselves. The moment I stopped begging people to see me, I saw myself, and I fell in love with someone I had been ignoring for years, me. I wish someone told me this sooner. What you don't heal will hunt you. I thought if I just kept moving, the pain would fade. I buried my trauma under busyness. I smiled through the grief. But pain isn't patient. It doesn't expire. It waits. And when it comes back, it comes stronger. I remember breaking down one night alone. No music, no TV, no noise to distract me. Just me and the weight of everything I never dealt with. I wept like a child, and then I forgave. I forgave myself for trusting the wrong people. I forgave myself for the doors I walked into that almost destroyed me. And most importantly, I forgave myself for not knowing better, because you can't grow if you keep hating the version of yourself that was just trying to survive. Let me tell you a secret. The best version of you is buried under everything you're afraid to face. Had to lose people I loved. I had to be misunderstood. I had to walk alone when I thought I couldn't even stand. But in that fire, I found me, And the person I found, he's not perfect, but he's powerful, because now I know my scars are not shame, they're survival. Let me be honest with you. I didn't wake up one day and suddenly become strong. I didn't read one quote on Instagram and become healed. No, it was a process. A slow, silent, sometimes agonizing journey back to myself. But here's how I started rising, and how you can too. For a long time, I carried shame like a second skin. I kept rehearsing the same questions in my mind. Why did I allow that? Why didn't I walk away sooner? Why did I waste so much time trying to fix what was never mine to fix? But shame is a prison, and the key to freedom is this. Your mistakes are not who you are. Your failure doesn't define you. How you rise from it does. I learned to look at my past not as a chain but as a classroom. Everything I went through taught me something that comfort couldn't. Pain introduced me to parts of myself I never would have met in ease. Resilience, discipline, boundaries, vision, purpose. So if you're still living in the shadow of your past, hear this. You are not your divorce. You are not your addiction. You are not your bankruptcy. You are not the abuse. You are not the rejection. You are the overcomer that came out of it. I stopped waiting for people to believe in me. I stopped posting just to be liked. I stopped asking for permission to become who I was born to be. Let me tell you the truth. If you keep waiting for support, you'll stay small. You've got to move before you're validated. You've got to create before you're celebrated. You've got to walk before you're welcomed. I built myself in silence. I made peace with being misunderstood. I learned to clap for myself in empty rooms, and when the spotlight finally came, I was ready, because I had already paid the price in the dark. Don't wait for the world to say go. Start walking. Let them catch up. In this world of noise and comparison, peace is a luxury and a weapon. So I stopped answering calls that drained me. I stopped replying to messages that stole my joy. I walked away from anything that made my soul feel heavy, because no success is worth your sanity. No relationship is worth your dignity. No amount of money is worth your peace. I started treating my mental health like my bank account. If it didn't deposit joy, growth, or peace, it wasn't allowed in. You've got one life, one mind, one spirit. Protect it like your future depends on it, because it does. I used to pray for someone to rescue me, to show up, to fix it, to tell me what to do. But one day, I looked in the mirror and I realized I was the miracle I'd been waiting for. You are the answer. You are the breakthrough. You are the shift. You are the change your family needs. You are the first in your bloodline to break that curse. You are the voice someone else needs to hear. You are the one who rises, so others will believe it's possible. If you're still here watching this video, I want you to know you are strong, you are seen, you are chosen. You are not broken beyond repair. You are just becoming someone who can no longer be broken the same way again. This isn't just motivation, it's a movement. Because someone out there needs your healing, someone needs your comeback, someone needs your voice. So here's what I want you to do. If this watch spoke to your soul, if it made you tear up or gave you goosebumps, if you saw yourself in my words, don't keep it to yourself. Drop a comment below and tell me which part hit you the hardest. Like this video if it touched your heart. Share it with someone who needs a reminder that their story isn't over. Subscribe to this channel for more real, raw, human stories. And please, turn on the notification bell so you never miss another video that could change your life. We're not just surviving anymore, we're healing, we're rising, we're becoming everything they said we'd never be. And the best part? We're doing it together. Until next time, keep going.